Check.
What up?
Super Dute, Tough, Woodurk, with your boys, Printnificence, Illogic with the greenhouse hoodie.
Nah, man.
Classic joint. You know, the cold out here music video. Because it's still cold out here.
It's still cold.
Real flavorful joint, man. I ain't seen that one in a minute, man.
Yeah, I thought I represent.
Hey, good. It's a good look. It's a good look. Yeah. For those of you who supported the movement, it still got that joint. You know, thanks to y'all.
Yeah, it held up well too.
Yeah, classic. I mean, it don't look worn at all. It looks pretty damn new.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
You know, you've been using, you was washing it with the good detergent.
The good stuff.
Yeah. Keeping the colors in it. Color safe bleach and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we here, man. It's it's March. There's been a lot going on.
Lots and lots of things.
You know, a lot of people have stopped creating content and podcasting and doing shows, not of their own choice, but it's real outside, you know, and even for somebody like me, I don't think I'm the most affected by it, but just I still can see it.
Oh yeah,
its impact.
Yeah, it's there.
You know, and so this week we want to talk about what is going on right now, but not in terms of we're not the news,
right?
We're not gonna,
no doom and gloom.
We're not doom and gloom.
No doom and gloom.
Y'all know how we give it up.
Right.
We are a glass half full podcast. You know, we don't come over here with the, man, it's about to be fucked up.
Man, listen.
You do not want to go out there. Trust me, young blood. That's not us.
Yeah, nah.
Our thing is, hey, man, go on out there and win, champ.
Yeah, how can you improve yourself during this time?
Yeah, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? And so, being the glass half full podcast that we are, this week we're going to talk about the brighter side, the silver lining in all of this talk about the virus and quarantining and social distancing and all this staying at home stuff. We always talk about what good is going to come out of this.
Right.
The good things, because there are some good things that can come out of this, but only if you change your perspective.
Right.
So we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
We got you stuck off the realness, the most infamous, you heard of us. Official podcast murderers, the show comes equipped with viewpoints to share. Grown man ideas for all those who care and want to grow, so go ahead and download. Every single week with a brand new episode. You're not alone in this world, cousin, so we share information and honest discussion and keep repping the culture like we supposed to. They spread gossip, but they never come close to. I can hear it inside their tone. They talk about the industry but never left their home. You get laced up with bullet points and such, plus empowering topics that they never would touch. You can put your whole network against the team, but Super Duty Tough Work's the MVP. Most valuable podcast on MP3. Priceless info, but all of it's free. So take these words home and think them through. Super Duty Tough Work is coming at you. You are now listening to Super Duty Tough Work with your host, Blueprint. Raw and uncut. Adult conversations. No shucking, no jiving, and no bullshit.
Here we go, folks.
Word.
Super Duty Tough Work, Blueprint and Logic. Episode
200.
Say it again, son.
200.
200 of them things, man. We've been here.
Yeah.
We certified now, man.
Yeah.
Multiple hundreds.
Not
just 100 hundreds.
multiple hundreds.
Multiple hundreds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so we out here, man. We want to talk about the brighter side, the silver lining in all of this stuff. And we hope that this episode inspires some of you and lets you know that things are not as bad as they seem, even though they may not be optimal right now. Okay, so the number one thing when you look at the brighter side of the situation is increased health consciousness.
And sometimes not by choice.
Not by choice at all.
Not by choice.
It's like you woke up one day not thinking about your health.
Right.
The next day you was like, oh shit. What's going on with me?
Right.
What's going on with her?
Right.
What's going on with them?
Right.
You really are thinking about health.
Uh-huh.
I found that this is actually a positive thing.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes a very bad event to happen to make you look into the mirror, to make you say, man, what would happen if this happened to me?
Yeah, am I okay? Is my immune system strong enough?
That's the question.
To fight this thing if I was to get it.
Yes. What do I know? And if not, what do I know now that can boost my immune system to decrease the likelihood of this happening?
Yeah.
These are conversations that a lot of people wasn't having.
Oh no!
3
Come
weeks
on,
ago.
bro. Come on. Come on.
Ain't nobody had them oranges on deck.
Nah,
Y'all
nah,
wasn't
no
eating that
apples,
vitamin C.
no grapes.
None of that.
Nah.
Y'all just had them burgers on deck.
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
steaks. You know what I'm saying? French fries.
Yeah.
But you didn't have, the vitamin C, the immune system boosting things.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is something I'm seeing across the board that is really, really positive. That people are now like, okay, well, what is going on with my physical health? Am I a target of this? What would happen to me if I caught the flu? What would happen to me? I mean, would I beat it? Can I beat it?
Right.
If I had to sit out of work anyway, not even just on some life death shit, but just what is my level of health consciousness? Another layer to this one is like, okay, we now have an increased mental health consciousness in how we process this.
Right.
Because I think we all can admit that the media is doing an awful lot to make people watch.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's they boosting the fear level super high. Not saying this. Be cautious.
Yeah, be cautious.
You know
but
what I'm
they're
saying?
milking it.
Yeah, they milking the hell out of it, dog.
They
milking
loving
the
these
hell out of
ratings.
it.
And I think that realizing that, I mean, I've seen some surveys where people have talked about how 65% of the American public feels like the media is overhyping things. And I think that that's a good thing, because I think that 65% is, we're not saying it's not real. We're just saying y'all are overhyping it too much for your own, gain. And that what it makes people do is now you have to question what you allow into your mind.
Exactly.
Just as we talked about quieting your mind a couple weeks back.
Yeah. This
is an extension of that. Now, because people are noticing and feeling deep in their hearts that this is being manipulated by the media a little bit too much, you know what I'm saying? That now they're thinking, okay, maybe let me just be careful about how much I watch this.
Right.
Because this is going to make me scared. This is going to make me worrisome. I'm going to have anxiety, depression, all because I turned on the news and they made me feel like I could die as soon as I walked out of my door today. And I think that once you start getting to that point to where you're trying to protect your mental health, to protect your you're square, like, okay, I hear y'all, but inside this zone, we still cooking. We still doing what we do. We not living in fear. We're not going to be pushed one way or the other. We're going to make objective, tempered, decisions.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's being selective about what you allow in your cipher. Like,
yes,
I go to news when I need something. I don't just sit down and I'm glued to whatever they say. And this is how, I make sure I'm looking at, health, people that are involved in health, looking at what doctors are saying, looking at what people that actually know what the hell they talking about.
Professionals.
Professionals looking at what they're saying about this. And it's not that they're saying it's not serious.
Yeah.
It is serious, very serious. Or else we'd all still be going to work and everything would be fucking normal if it wasn't serious. But come on, bro.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah, sometimes they do a little much.
Yeah, and the thing, there's an old political saying that a guy, Rahm Emanuel said. He said, "Never let a crisis go to waste." And that basically means that politicians are kind of wired to, and this is not even media, politicians are wired to, whenever a crisis happens,
capitalize.
Exactly.
How can I capitalize off of this?
And put myself in position to look like the person who solves this problem. Even if it's not that big a problem, come November, I don't know who. Somebody's going to be saying, hey,
I was that dude.
Remember me?
I was there.
I saved you.
See?
You're alive because of me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And somebody's going to be like, just because of association. Someone decided that they didn't want to let that crisis go to waste, and so they wanted to use that position themselves. We get it. It's politics. You know what I'm saying? But we just have to make sure that mentally we know what's going on here and we're protecting ourselves from the harm that can come from, stressing too much about things we can't control.
Right.
That's number one. Okay. Number two, silver lining in all this, is this a mental reset from the rat race.
Yes,
Come on, brother.
Yeah.
You ain't even had to work this week.
Nah.
Well, at home.
Well, yeah, I worked at home.
See?
But, man, I was getting up.
How'd it feel?
I got up like 30 minutes before I had to even sign in, made me some coffee.
You know what I'm saying?
You
having a robe.
Yeah, having my robe and pajamas still, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I got a little coffee maker down in my studio now. You know what I'm saying? Just got everything set up. All I gotta do is plug in, log in.
Right.
You know, I don't gotta see nobody. I don't gotta shave. I don't gotta brush my teeth if I don't want to.
You ain't have to go through traffic.
No.
Up there or back. That's probably an extra hour and a half every day.
Nah, yeah.
Bruh.
Easily.
The rat race is a real thing, man. And as messed up as it is for some people to, either be out of work, that's all bad.
That's all bad.
Any employment and not know when your next check is going to come. There's also an element of it where you feel better because for a brief second you're unplugged from this damn rat race, this cycle of waking up early, going to work, fighting in the traffic, coming back, dealing with the politics. So whether you're working at home or you're not working at all, on one hand it can be bad, but on the other hand, think about it, like, if you didn't have to worry about the money thing, are you more relaxed right now?
Yeah.
Totally, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that says a lot. I think every now and again, we're people who don't take vacations that much. We might take a weekend off.
Yeah.
Staycations. We do those.
Right.
Yeah, don't leave the crib, but we off work.
Right.
We need to unplug from the routine of what we do to make a living.
Yes.
Whether you rap, take out trash, you know what I'm saying?
Right, whatever
Mechanic,
you do.
whatever, movie star, athlete, everybody needs to unplug from that cycle. And this entire thing is giving a lot of people the opportunity to do that at the exact same time.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's giving kids kind of that thing too. And the interesting thing with my kids is that at first it was like, oh, we got 3 weeks of spring break. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then that first Monday, Taya woke them up like they were going to school, got everybody on their computers, got work. And they was like, oh, okay, this is real. But then after getting into that routine, it's like, okay, like they like it better that they can work at their own pace.
That's dope.
That they're at home, that, they got food available to them, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And I think this is going to be an interesting thing after all of this is, back to normal, how things change going forward for workplace, for education, because you don't have to be in the school building to get an education. You don't have to be in the office to actually work.
Yeah.
Like, and things are going, a little crazy because of the situation that you get plugged into, especially for my job and for other jobs. But, because people just got thrown into it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that once this gets going and it's like, it becomes normalcy, after 3 or 4 weeks of doing it. Yeah. It's like, yo, we could, as a company, we could do this. We could save a lot of money. Yes. Don't got to pay rent on that building. Don't got to pay that electricity. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everybody got internet and computers. Yeah. Like, a lot of this is it's going to be very interesting to see how the workforce changes and how education changes going forward.
I agree. There's a big philosophical debate too. From working in corporate America, there's a school of people who believe that your value is determined by how long you're sitting in that place present. Right. Not based on how much you actually get done. And so the more they see you there, right? That's my man.
Yeah, that's my. He's always at work.
Always on his post. He be working, even though you be doing absolutely nothing. Right. You be there, you get props. Right. That's my man. He be working. Yeah. Meanwhile, the cat who come in and does the same amount of work and half the time and ain't always on his post, he looked at like a slacker. And they look at people working at home, even though it's been around for a while. Right. There's still a school of thought in corporate spaces like, we don't know, y'all gonna be goofing off at home. Right. But it's like, yo, give people things that are measurable. Like I can measure your value based on you finishing these things. Right. Not just you sitting at the fucking desk.
Yeah, is your work getting done?
That's it.
Whether you in the office or not. Yeah. Is your work done? That's it. If your work is done, then you doing your job. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit where you work at home, in your car, right, at the coffee shop.
I don't care.
Here, just get it done, man. And we can move forward. But it is a challenge. It's good, though, that your kids are seeing that this early, because I think it will also kind of give them insight into something that they might not have experienced till way later in life. Right. Like how it feels to work independently. Yeah. To not have someone standing over you and to just be focused on your results, not whether you're there or not. Right. And I think some kids will respond really well to that.
Yeah, I hope they do after everything goes back to normal. But you know, teenagers.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We're not gonna hold our breath.
Right, we'll see.
Yeah, we
see.
done talked about your kids on this show a lot. We never like to assume that they're gonna do anything that you expect them to.
right.
Not really safe. So that's number 2. Number 3, silver lining and all of this is realizing that work doesn't define you.
Yeah.
This is a big one for some people, man. There's been times when during the biggest catastrophes, you call it 9/11, you call it family, a death in the family, you know, losing a job, losing a friend, whatever you can go through that's a setback in life, financial loss. One thing you realize is that, there's things that are more important than my job.
There's so many things that's more important.
I'm not just this guy. My life is so much more than the guy who works for them.
Yeah, who punches that clock every day.
Yeah. But if no one snaps you out of that, eventually your sense of self-worth and how you define yourself is going to be, hey, who are you? I work here.
Right.
You're going to lead with that, with where you work, how many, because you're there more than you're almost anywhere else.
Facts.
You know, you're there 8 to 10 hours a day, 8 hours working, 2 hours in transit probably. That's 10 hours a day. You're probably only awake another 8 hours.
Right.
You're at work more than you're anywhere else. So the tendency to define yourself by that job, that thing is very high. But a time like now, people are just like, I lost that job, or you're like, this job's cool, but I ain't even got to be there.
Right.
So how can I maximize this? Who am I?
Yeah.
What does this give me a chance to explore? What are my interests? What am I beyond someone who just wakes up and goes to get this damn check every day?
Yep.
I think that's valuable.
Yeah, I think it's great. My youngest son, he's actually really interested in starting a YouTube page. So I've been talking to him and, hooked him up with tripod and gave him all the tools. And he's actually been like making videos and editing them and showing me stuff. And this is something that he just thought of right before this even happened.
Nice.
And he didn't really have the time to do it before. And now he has the time. So he's actually investing that time into something that he thinks is interesting and that's for him.
Yeah.
And it's actually bringing us a little closer because he's coming down in the basement. He's like, I didn't know you had all this stuff.
Rocking with your pops now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm your pops, son.
It's like, this is what I do.
That's what I do.
I do these things.
How you think you got all this stuff around you, man? I'm the guy. Mess with your pops.
Yeah. So it's really cool. It's really cool in that sense, because he's not defined by school.
Yeah.
He can do something else.
Yeah. And it doesn't detract from that other thing. It's just like you have to make sure that you carve out your space for you, for your interests. Apart from that, we can make money however we want.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with making money, having a job that you don't like or you just tolerate, or you may love your job. That's cool. But you need to have things that you are really, really into that have nothing to do with that.
Right.
So that if something goes wrong with that, you are still intact. You still have things to wake up for and be excited about and to pour yourself into every day.
Exactly.
So that's number 3. Okay. Shucks. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Word.
What up, everybody? Blueprint here to let you guys know that all 3 of my books are finally back in stock. That means right here, What a Night. This book is back in stock. It's $10. This is a book about the worst shows in my career. That's 10. Word is Blog Volume 1 is back in stock. That's $10. And also, The Making of Adventures in Counterculture. This book is about my Adventures in Counterculture album. If you have the album, you love the album, you should have a book too. That's $10. All 3 of these books are back in stock for $10 each, or you can get all 3 of them for just $25 right now on waitlist.net. That's all I got today. Thanks for your support. Peace. All right, episode 200.
Yeah.
Those guys, super duty tough work. We back trying to make you see the brighter side in all of this, and hopefully this resonates with you. Okay, we got number 4.
Yeah.
And number 4, silver lining in this is people putting their differences aside.
Right. Because they don't know if they're going to see you again. I don't know if I'm going to see you, bro.
Man, normally I would be mad at you.
Right.
But since we about to die, man, I'm going to let you cook today.
That thing that happened 5 years ago that really don't mean nothing.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah, I'm going to let it, hey, man, bygones be bygones.
Right.
If it's cool with you, it's cool with me. We can move forward, dog.
Yeah.
Because when things hit the fan, you really get to see like, yo, man, I don't really hate this person.
Right. Or the reason that I was mad really ain't shit in the long run.
Small.
In the grand scheme of things, tiny.
You hear they sick. You hear they not doing well.
Right.
You hear somebody around them got hurt or something. Oh man.
Right.
Man, just make sure you're okay, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me extend the olive branch. And I think that's what we're seeing everywhere.
Yeah, true.
You know, I think people, I mean, you do have this element where people are uncertain, so they're doing rowdy shit like buying all the toilet tissue.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Don't even get me started on that.
It's just, you know, we can't excuse that. We won't even talk about it.
Yeah, we won't even talk about it. But yo, man, come on.
Yeah. It's very uncalled for.
Yeah.
However, I like to believe that everyone having to deal with a common threat, a common, problem makes all of our differences less pronounced.
Right.
You know, it's not black people against coronavirus, whites against coronavirus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Women, men,
Right.
Asians, Hispanic. No, it's America.
It's the world.
It's the world.
Yeah.
United.
Yeah.
Stop that thing.
Right.
Get him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get that dude.
Get that dude. Don't let him come over here like that. Whoop his ass.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's some collective shit that I think ultimately creates a better environment.
True.
You know, like I for those who follow me on Instagram, I told a story of going to Kroger yesterday, or 2 days ago. And for those who didn't follow me, I'll just tell the story here. So I went to Kroger a couple of days ago. And I go out to the self-check line, and as I'm walking out, there's a police officer standing by the door, and he looks at me like, "Hey," and I'm just like, "Oh shit, he about to,
What I do?
what I do
Yeah.
is he about to check my bag." Like, but this is at the Kroger where the wild Kroger, the Parsons
The Kroger.
yeah, where I almost had to buy a knife to stab somebody Kroger.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, okay, he probably think I'm doing some wild shit. Then he's like, "You're Blueprint, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yep." That's me. And he started laughing like, "Oh man, yeah." And he was amped,
That's
so
dope.
we just chopped it up, and he was just telling us about stories about what's going on in stores and dealing with wild stuff in there. But like, he was like, "Yeah, man, people don't know, man. I listen to the real shit."
That is so. It's funny, like, because the picture.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
No, you never would have saw
Nah,
that.
never would have.
Yeah, he was
a
like,
million
he
years.
was like, "Yo, I pre-ordered the Vigilante Genesis joint. I got the pre-order for the Two-Headed Monster joint."
That's crazy.
Yeah, like he's a legit fan.
That's dope.
And I was not expecting it, especially in that store.
Right,
You
right.
know, and but it just goes to show you, man, like everybody out here is not on some, bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Some people are trying to help other people and just keep some levity in the situation, because everything just can't be death and doom and despair all the time.
Yeah, or else we'll go crazy. It'll be so much worse if that's all that we, subscribe to.
Yeah, that's why we still doing the show.
Yeah.
Like some people like, "You still gonna do the show? Y'all gonna come?" Like,
Why would we cancel?
Hell no.
Why would we cancel?
Dog, the people need us more than ever now.
Right.
Like those who are inspired by us and need something to lift their mind and their spirit. This is when we should be podcasting the most.
Exactly.
I told somebody, we should do 2 episodes this week.
Right.
I was talking to John Doe from the Vanguard. He was like, "Are y'all gonna go in this?" I said, "Man, hell yeah, we going in." The people need us more than ever.
Yeah.
We might do like y'all and do 2 episodes a week, because they twice a week on the Southern Vanguard. Shout out to them. And it just made me think like, yeah, there shouldn't be this pulling back of positive outlets right now. There should actually be like a ramping up of things and ideas and things and material that can inspire people during this time, because we need it more than ever.
Yeah. Definitely.
And so put aside your differences. That's number 4. Number 5, and you're experiencing this, is more time with the family.
Yeah. Good or bad, you know what I'm saying?
Whether you want to spend time with them or not, brother, you ain't got no choice.
Right,
But
right.
you stuck with them this week.
Yeah.
You know, for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
You and your sons is going to be kicking it.
Yeah, we're gonna be kicking it hard. All of us, because Taya at home too.
Oh,
they,
real?
They sent her home working, so the whole fam is at the crib.
Woo. Yeah, that's a challenge.
Yeah, it's real life. I got a lock on the basement, so.
Oh,
I'm good.
word?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a lock on the door.
It's got a lock from the inside.
Oh, they can't even circumvent it. Nah, they can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. That says everything you need to say. Man's got a lock on this shit. You're not coming down here.
Nope.
This is me.
Leave me alone. Nah, but it's all good though.
Yeah. But one thing it does is it's right there with like unplugging from the rat race. Sometimes you forget how little time you really spend with your family.
Oh yeah, it's very true.
Until something like this happens. You're like, oh, It's just us.
Yeah, let's play some games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's do some stuff.
Something. You want to go to see whatever. Let's go to the grocery store all together. Since we're all here and we all don't have anywhere else to be.
Right.
Things like that become kind of rare once everybody has school and jobs and after school and sports and all that stuff. And then as a family, your kids is just teenagers now. It's gonna be a time when you might not be able to do that stuff no more.
Exactly.
You got these last 3-4 years of that for you.
Right.
And so I think we should cherish this time. Although, the financial thing is real, right? Like no one wants to be sitting at home unable to work, and then with a household of people who are unable to work, and then you're losing money being there. That's discouraging.
Yeah.
But I do think the positive in this is that you're with your family, man.
Right.
And you have an opportunity to kick it with some people who, under normal circumstances, you would never be around each other that much unless it's Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Right. Oh, that's very true. I mean, we had a couple of Taya's sisters came over and stuff, and this is time when the only people that you trust is family.
That's real.
The only people that you
because you don't want nobody up in your space.
You don't want no randoms. Just you know what I mean? You don't want no randoms. Who's this
Smack? Who's this?
Yeah, I don't know where he been. I don't know who he be around.
Wiping his hands with his butt with his hands. Can't trust this dude. He look like he scratched his butt. You got the crib. You're not invited.
Yeah, you're not invited to the crib.
Can't trust you.
Yeah.
No, that's real. That's
but it's a time when the only people that you want to be around is family, because that's who you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of good. I think it's really good to just have that camaraderie. And a lot of people at work, since we're all working from home, we have conference calls every morning and stuff. And a lot of people are like, I'm enjoying actually being home with my kids.
Yeah.
And having time to spend with them and play with them and all this stuff. Sometimes I'm sure all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different story, but just being there when they wake up and shit like that, like it's very different, especially if you have young ones.
Yeah. It's wild. That's the way it used to be in America.
Yeah, that's the way it always was.
Like our grandparents and great grandparents, that was the norm. The family was just around all the time.
Yep. Grandkids,
yep. House full of family all the time. But people have had to work so much more to maintain a certain amount of lifestyle of living,
right? That
now you can't be home like they used to be back in the day.
No, you can't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, almost everybody's mom was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, for the most part.
And they was you woke up, your mom. We were just in the house dolo.
Yeah,
moms was there making sure everything was rocking, and now it's like nobody's home.
Right.
Kids got to let themselves in. Parents is working second and third shifts just to maintain a lifestyle. But the lifestyle means that you don't get to see those people as much.
Yeah.
It's deep, man.
It's very deep.
So it's been a return to that for a lot of people. So that's number 5. Number 6. And this is something you've been doing on the lowest of lows. Silver lining number 6 is more time with your craft.
Yeah.
So Illogic told me off camera he been making mad beats this week working from home. He been writing mad rhymes.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Still getting my work done.
Yeah,
though.
you get paid for it.
Yeah, get work done, but got the turntable right there.
Yeah, he's like, man, I'm getting mad work done.
Hey, taking samples all day.
Right. It is a good time to listen to some records.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I be doing.
Yeah,
that's what I be doing. And then in my lunch, I might hook something up. You know what I'm saying? Lunch break, might hook something up. For something hit me.
Loop something real quick.
Loop something real quick. Throw a break on it. Save it for later.
Yeah. Come back and polish it up.
Yep.
But yeah, man, if you sitting at home right now, or you got downtime, or think about your craft. Whatever your craft may be, we all have different ones. Whatever you have a passion for, this is a golden opportunity.
Yes.
A rare opportunity to spend multiple weeks on something that means something to you.
Yes.
We can't find this time when we're working 40, 50 hours a week.
Yeah, outside of the home.
It just don't happen, bro.
Right.
You come home and then sometimes your home don't even allow you the chance to have that dedicated time.
Facts.
And so it's like, man, understand the opportunity that you have and put together a plan in place to be able to practice on your craft so that when this is all over, you come out of it energized, because this will end.
Yeah.
Things will go back to normal, or what we know as normal, or the new normal.
Right.
And when they do, think about how you would like to look back on this time.
Yeah, where are you going to be when this is all over?
Yeah.
Like, what have you made any strides? Have you done anything to improve upon yourself?
Yeah.
You know, to be better than you were before this happened.
Right.
Like, where are you going to be after this is all over? And if you don't have an answer to that, you need to start thinking about that.
Yeah, because it's easy to get caught up in this. You're watching the news. You're watching new, I need to watch a new series. You watch this season of that.
Right.
You're watching every season of every show that you never watched. But then at the end of it, you look back like, man, I had a whole month.
Yeah.
Man, I could have remodeled that damn room. I don't know why I didn't fix the drywall. I mean, I had a whole month. Man, I could have been done that landscaping that why didn't I finish that book? Why didn't I finish that album?
Right.
Why didn't I finish that painting? Why didn't I finish all of this stuff you could have done? But instead you sat there just doing nothing.
Yeah.
And at the end, you're going to regret it. And this is a rare opportunity, but only if you see it as such.
Yeah. Facts.
So that's number 6. Okay, let's do number 7.
Yeah.
Number 7 is less taken for granted.
Right.
Man, just a week ago, the idea that you wouldn't be moving freely across the city at any day, any time, going in any business establishment was it was a given.
Right.
You could come and go. No one was tripping. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to that show. I'm gonna go. I had Facebook events lined up. I'm going to that Friday.
Meet me at the bar, yo.
Yeah, interested, going.
Yeah.
I was clicking that on some events, and then come Monday, it was like canceled,
Right.
canceled.
Nowhere.
Yeah, you're not going nowhere, buddy. And it's like, oh, well, these kind of establishments are closed after 9. These places are closing earlier. You can go here, you can't go there. People are having their flights canceled.
Yeah.
You're seeing artists cancel entire tours now. We're seeing festivals canceled and rescheduled. Some not getting rescheduled at all. It's created an environment where the things you took for granted are no longer there.
Yeah, and it's like what I think one of the interesting things is that this is making people be creative in finding things to do.
Yes.
And even finding things online or even doing things yourself, like just to figure out, okay, let's do something, while I'm just sitting in this house.
Yes.
Like, let me figure out something to do, whether it's on social media or not. Like, let me figure out something to do. I can't go out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let me play some cards. Let's play some spades. Let's play I Declare War. I ain't played that in years. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing stuff like that is very interesting. And stuff like that you do take for granted because you can play cards at any time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can play board games any day. You can do all this stuff that we're doing inside the house. We could be doing when all this other stuff outside the house was available. But now we're like, yo, I do miss playing video games with my kids. I do miss just sitting around playing game of cards, playing some dominoes.
Yeah.
Like cats don't do that kind of stuff that often no more.
Yeah, we grew up playing them kind of board games.
Yeah.
Like it was before video games, it was board games.
Shoots and ladders.
Yes, Payday, Monopoly.
All of it. All of it.
Shoots and ladders, backgammon, checkers, chess. We played all those games. Dominoes. But now it's almost, especially cards. But you take it for granted. But like, yo, that's always been there.
Always.
It's gonna always be there.
Yeah.
And let's not take that for granted because times like this, you never know what personal freedom you have that may no longer be there.
Facts.
And this changes week to week.
Right.
Day to day.
Yeah, so we don't even know what's gonna be gone tomorrow.
Right. Monday they could say, hey, you know what, man? We suspending all flights.
Yeah.
Tuesday, they say, hey, you know what, man? Greyhound, we shutting that down. Okay, you know what, man? Grocery stores only open till 5.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Parks, you're out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Restaurants, take out all.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're over 65, quarantine. You can't leave the house.
You can't leave the house.
We don't want to see you on the streets.
Yep.
Bingo halls, you out of here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But now it's like, oh, that's what freedom was. I didn't know. Now I'm about to get it.
Right.
I was free to the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And now I'm not.
Yeah. Now I'm in this house.
Right. And so let me not stop taking that step for granted. Yeah. So that's number 7. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Cool.
What's up, everybody? The deal we're running today on weightless.net is a 2-Headed Monster CD plus 2-Headed Monster t-shirt for just $20 total. That's the t-shirt and the CD for $20 total. The t-shirt we have in every size. That's small, medium, large, extra large, and 2XL. Every single size, men's sizes, we ship internationally. So you can get the CD and the t-shirt, or I should say CD, and a t-shirt for just $20 on weightless.net. Go there right now and support the movement. Thank you. Peace. Yeah.
Word.
Super duty. Tough work.
200
of them things.
Yeah.
On that ass. And we gonna be here for 200 more.
Nah, I mean.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have yet to be stopped yet.
Right.
You can't stop us. You can only contain us.
Facts.
That's
Quarantine.
It. Yes, you can only quarantine us. Can't stop us. Quarantines can't even stop us.
Right.
We still podcasting
right.
on
still
you
doing
hoes.
it. Still doing it.
Take that. Dropping these podcasts. You know. Okay, so number 8. We got 3 left. Number 8, silver lining in all of this is a renewed sense of urgency.
Yes.
There ain't nothing like hearing about somebody dying or the likelihood of dying or just watching it and thinking about the hypothetical to make you say, "Whoa,
yeah, let me get my shit together.
Tomorrow ain't promised."
Right. Let me do something with my life.
Yeah, I thought that I would just be here. Man, I saw this thing with this guy. He was talking about, he was a police officer, and I'll send you a link to it later. But he was talking about how one of his assignments, he was working, I guess they call it some meat wagon, something, was basically the thing where they pick up people after they got shot, killed, or whatever.
Okay.
He was to drive that truck for 10 years. And he said he was sitting on that truck, and he said one day it just hit him like that. Every single person he picked up, put on that truck, had no idea that day
was the day.
That was it. That was their last day on earth. He said when that shit hit him, he was like, whoa. He said, it's not like you're dealing with sick people. Like if you're of, elderly age or something, it's an expectation that you're not going to be around that longer. So every day is kind of like, a bonus. Once you hit like 60, 70, it's like, hey, this is borrowed time.
Yeah,
now.
this is it.
Kicking it. Hey, I'm 70, whatever. I'm going to do what I want to do. But when you 30, 21, 15.
Yeah, you ain't thinking.
You're not thinking. You left your house like, oh, it's cool. I'm here tomorrow.
See y'all later.
I holla at y'all. And I bet all those people told somebody, I see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
But never got to see tomorrow themselves.
Yeah.
It's deep, man. This thing should be hopefully creating a sense of urgency in everyone to let you know that, hey, man, circumstances beyond your control can and will affect your life in some way.
Yeah, they can take you out.
Take you out of here.
Yeah.
Gone. Whether you die, whether you sick, whether you lose your job, that's what it also is. Like a sense of urgency also just in terms of like, okay, well, am I planning?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if I do lose my job, am I okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I couldn't go to work tomorrow, am I good? For how long am I good for?
How long can I last?
Yeah. How long can I make it?
Because there are a lot of statistics that say that most people can't.
Right.
Like the widely one, I don't know if we talked about it here before, but like the statistic that's always circulated about how the average household can only handle an expense under $400. Like if something unexpected happens over $400, like 70% of Americans can't handle an unexpected expense of $400 or more.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
Yeah. Like it's very volatile for most people, and so you got to really, really think like, okay, am I on my job? Am I really going hard at this thing? Like I say I'm going hard,
right? Or
am I assuming that I'm going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah. Or what do I have in place?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If something was to happen to somebody in your family or, mom or dad or something, like, can I take care of people?
Yes.
If I needed to.
Yes.
In certain situations.
That's real.
Other than taking care of myself and my family.
Right.
What if my mom needed me to take care of her because something happened?
Yeah.
What if my brothers needed me, so on and so forth?
Yeah.
Like, am I in that position? You know what I'm saying? And that's some heavy shit to think about, man.
Yeah. Because you're going to have to do some heavy lifting when things like that happen.
Yeah.
I've had that situation when my brother got sick and passed away. And my number one observation was like, man, I'm so glad I got sober. Because I had stopped drinking a year before he passed. And he was sick and I was having to take care of him. And the first thing I was like, yo, if I was still drinking,
right,
I would not be able to handle this.
Nah, because you probably would have been drowning all of the pain in alcohol. Dealing with it during the day, getting drunk at night.
Thank you.
And then you would have been fucked up the next day to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a fucked up cycle.
Yeah. And so you want to be urgent about what it is you're trying to build. Revisit your plan. Make sure that you're prepared, whether it's mentally, physically, psychologically, you know what I'm saying, financially, spiritually, to be able to handle a crisis that comes out of nowhere.
Right.
And don't think that like you're gonna be promised tomorrow.
Yeah.
This could be your last joint. Your last 24 could be today.
Yeah.
And so many people don't know. So move as if today's your last day.
Facts.
And then you'll never be disappointed. You know?
Yes, sir.
So that's number 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, more time to take care of the home.
Yeah.
From home remodeling projects. I'm going to sort that drawer I ain't never sorted out.
Just cleaning.
Yeah. I'm going to listen to a stack of records that have been sitting there for 3 months.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like all that cleaning, landscaping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get my grass right this summer. You know, whatever. Being at home more should have you paying more attention to your home.
Yeah, because you're looking at stuff like, dang, that needs to be done.
Right.
You know, I should have been done that. I said that months ago that I was going to do that, but I haven't had the time.
Thank you.
Now you ain't got nothing but time.
No excuses.
No excuses at all.
Yeah. So like take care of your house, man. Everybody got little things that just nag them. Man, that door is always loose.
Yep.
That doorknob just come on, man.
Yep.
Yo, that wall got messed up by that candle I put there. I need to paint that again. This little hole that my son put a hole in his drywall. Let me just get that today.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, we all have those things, and this is a perfect opportunity to handle them.
Facts.
Same thing could be said for you, not just your physical home, but yourself, your temple. You know what I mean? Hey man, let me get on this push-up regimen.
Yeah, let me work out. Let me get some setups in.
Yeah, let me start walking every day. Just a quick mile around the block. I'm gonna walk around the block. Wake up, do that, and then come back.
Yeah.
That's your temple. That's your home too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before you had a physical home out here, you had a home here.
Yeah.
Your body is your first home, and you should take care of it with a sense of urgency. Like, hey man, this is an opportunity to reset. Because when I'm at work every day, I don't get to eat like I like to eat.
Right.
I gotta settle for what's in that vending machine.
Yes, what's available.
Yeah, sodas and cakes and goodies, and I'm not really. It tastes good. Let me reset. You reset. By the time you go back, we don't know. You could be feeling like a new person.
Yeah.
And so take care of your home.
Yes.
And then the last joint, number 10, weaknesses have been exposed.
Right.
Now this one reminds me of like. In information systems, you know how big corporations, what they often do is they'll hire hackers to try to break into their
try to
system.
find the weak spaces,
right,
to strengthen it up. Yeah.
See, and every time the hacker, hey man, I got in. Hey, look, this was cool, but that's bad.
Yeah, reinforce that wall right there.
Right.
Yeah.
And because these hackers find these little gaps, they're so valuable. The companies don't look at it like, oh man, we can't believe it. We're too embarrassed to hire them.
Right.
Instead of saying we're too embarrassed, they said we're gonna hire them.
Right.
Because
we need to strengthen this shit.
We need to strengthen it.
Yeah.
This whole thing should be showing us the gaps in our lives that need to be shored up. Some weaknesses have been exposed, whether it's we're overworked, whether it's we don't have enough streams of income, whether it's we not pursuing our craft in our spare time enough, whether it's when we home, we ain't productive, our relationships with our family ain't strong, we need more families, whatever it is, this will give you an opportunity to shore up those weaknesses.
Facts.
And so, that's it.
This is great.
Yeah, I like this episode.
Yes,
I hope that the people like it, man.
I think they will, man. I think people have been looking, with everybody being locked in the crib and not really able to do a lot.
Yeah,
I think Super Duty is here for the people, man.
They know what it is, man.
They know. They ready.
Come on, man.
I'm sure people are looking forward to Super Duty on Sunday.
Yeah. Shit, we might have to drop 2 joints this week. I hit you back later this week if we do another one or something. We'll see. Because the people we need to feed the people right now.
Facts. I completely agree.
So let me read these back. We're going to read these back. This is a silver lining in all of this, the brighter side. Number 1 is an increased health consciousness. Number 2, mental reset from the rat race. Number 3, realizing that work doesn't define you. Number 4, people putting aside their differences. Number 5, more time with the family. Number 6, more time with your craft / personal development. Number 7, take less for granted or less taken for granted. Number 8, a renewed sense of urgency. Number 9, more time to take care of your home. And number 10, weaknesses have been exposed and given the opportunity to be closed.
Yes.
So that's it for this week.
Word.
See y'all next week. Or maybe later this week.
Word.
Peace.
Peace.
Super Duty Tough Work. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Follow the podcast on SoundCloud. Peace.
Shoot, I got styles already that's more complex that nobody know about. I mean, Super Duty Tough Work.